In you there's everything. Have no need. You are my song. You are my melody. You are. I am complete in you. Almighty Father, you are. Your faithfulness is great. I show I am satisfied in your love. Almighty Father, you are. Alright, so today we are going to be dealing with two of the rooms. Now, I know last time I was working on glitch and I didn't finish. I've actually completed it. I went through the write-up. So that's what we are going to do. After some time spent on the lab, if we are not making any progress, we just check the write-up and learn from there. Because after all, it's a learning process. Okay? So that's how we are going to be doing it now. We're going to learn. And also my time is limited. I plan to get both certifications, both the CAPT and the CWSA this month. And I've paid for VIP this month. So I need to make my money worth. Right. So that's the plan. Alright, so let's start the hacker box. And let's start the machine as well. So we're going to be doing able first. Brute force is one of the methods of password cracking and aims to find the correct answer by systematically trying all possible combinations. So this tells me we'll be performing some kind of brute force attack. Recommended for practicing SSH and FTP services, brute force attacks and privilege escalation techniques. Alright, so we don't start by looking at the write-up, we start by trying it on our own. So this was the name of the file in FTP. So we've started the service. Let's open our terminal. And let me open Gemini. I always learn with Gemini or work with Gemini, anyhow you describe it, because it makes things easy for me and I learn a lot more. Okay, I'm sure what I'm showing is very clear, so that should do it. Let's go here. Now I said, what's the name of the file in FTP? So let me copy the IP address. How do we use FTP? Because I know FTP is a command line utility. So let me see. Let's just do FTP help. Let's see if we see something. Okay, good. Okay, I think so let me just check on Gemini using FTP to connect to a service running FTP to a service FTP running on an IP on the same network. So let's see how the command is. Right, so what do we do? FTP the target IP address, then if there's a username password, if we don't have, we can try entering as anonymous. So we can try entering anonymous as the username and then we'll leave the password blank. and then we can try this basic command. So let's try that and see. So let's FTP the IP address. So FTP is, we are connected. So name, we can type anonymous, and we can type no password, and it was successful. Perfect. Now what do? We can list the files. We have the readme file. Is there a way to view the content of the file? We have to first get, we have to, so we have to get the file first. So let's get it. So let's get readme. All right, that's done. So now, as you saw in Gemini, it's possible for us to, in as much as we're in FTP, we can run this command. So once we put an exclamation mark, it allows us to run this command on our shell. So we can cut the content of the file, and this is it. It says, oh wow, it's a lot. Welcome to Element 17 Solutions FTP server. This server is not for, is for authorized system administrator only. If you are not an authorized, please disconnect immediately. Server directory, backups, docs, tools, logs, blah blah blah. Let me see. What is the first? What's the name of the file in the FTP? So this is easy. Readme. I'm on a 14-day streak. Amazing. What's the username in the readme file that was accidentally leaked? Great. A username file was accidentally leaked. So let's look through the readme file. It says we have /backups /docs daily system by system documentation, various utilities and scripting /tools and /logs. That's the server directory. Please ensure you upload /download files to or from the appropriate directories. Okay. Updated the tools. These are the updates that were done. Note: always ensure you are connecting via secure network. Do not share any sensitive info. If you encounter any issues, press report to the system admin team immediately. Additionally, for those who've been working on user configurations, remember to review and delete any config backup files. Let me get a note, okay? Now it says any some like this ronald.config.backup when inadvertently left in the docs /docs that are doing recent meta. So we know we have a username called Ronald. Okay, so I want a big font size so that we can all see. So we've gotten a username that we can work with. All right, let's submit that. What's the group of readme file? What is the group of readme file? How do I check that? I wonder. Oh, look at what's showing here. 201002. Let me see. You have this read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute. Then what? One. What's this one for? Then user. Then marketing. 1, 2, 3. I don't think this is the group. But let me check and see. Yeah, that's not a group. So I think we're probably not getting enough information. So maybe we should try to SSH. I mean, I didn't even run an mmap scan. Let me exit. I didn't even run an mmap scan on the targets. Let me just do a quick stealthy mmap scan. So we're going to do an SSH bit first. We're going to do an SSH bit first. I think we can use Hydra for that. Let's just see. We're trying to log in as Ronald. Okay. Now let's go to the directory which has the word list, specifically the one with SSH passwords. Okay, know what to do. Nothing. Okay, now let's look through. Let me see common credential. I know I've seen something like SSH before. Yeah, top 20 common SSH passwords. I think we can start there. So let's check the Hydra command. So this is it, Hydra -L, the username you want to log in as. So it's going to be, no, first let me grab, because I want to know the name of it for. Okay, so now Hydra -L, we're going to do this Ronald, right? That's the username. Then -P, the password list. So -P, we're going to use top 20 common SSH passwords. And then, okay, yeah, I think we should also use ROQ. And then SSH, and then our IP address. So we copy that from here. We come here, we paste it. And it's attacking. So let's give it some time. Alright, it didn't get anything. So let's use ROQ. Where is ROQ? Let me go to the home directory. User share word list. Good. So it is there. So let's run that command again, but with ROQ. That's going to take quite some time because roq.txt contains quite a number of passwords, because I mean, so /user /share word list ROQ. Okay, so let's give this time. What we are trying to do is we are trying to get the password for Ronald, right? The right password. And then after getting the password, After getting the password, we are going to SSH as Ronald. We are going to log in, basically SSH in as Ronald. And once we SSH in, I think we should then be able to figure out the group name for the README file. Because you see, the FTP server is running on the same machine as the SSH service, right? So meaning that the README file is on the same service. Just that I think FTP command does not allow us to sort of get the groups, okay, the groups of the files. So we need to SSH. Then we become a user, so we become Ronald. Then from there, I'm sure we'll be able to get a group. So let's just give this some time. Love is perfect and everlasting. Let me see. Perfect. We have the password, so now let's SSH. ZXC VBNM. ZXC VBNM. Alright, so who are we? Ronald. So now let's ls and see where we are. So this is not where the readme file is. I guess we have to find it. So this is the command. But we'll not search this direction, we'll search the root direction. This to ensure that all the permission denied doesn't show. So that's where it is, var ftp readme. So let's go there. Readme. See the group sysadmins. Tell you the truth, I learned all this that I'm able to do from this course. Nothing else. This course has taught me all the things I'm doing right now in Gemini. In which directory path are the other files with the sysadmins groups? No, we can even use find to find files within certain groups. You are glorious. Using the dash group flag. Exactly. So that's what we are going to do. To find again from the root group sysadmins, and then again we'll pipe the error to /dev/now. Good. So you see /configs. We see configs. Yeah, we see configs. So in which directory path are the other files? So it's configs or /configs. What is the file path of the getcap command? You see, getcap. We'll have to use find again. Let me see if I can do this without asking Gemini. Getcap is a command, but I mean that's the name of the command. So let's just do this. Perfection. User has been getcap. So this teaches us how to use the find command. I mean, knowing how to use the Linux commands really helps. To find the directory you want to search, then maybe the name, the group. What is the admins? What is admin's IP address in the VPN? I think we saw some information here. Yeah, this is it. the VPN information. So let's cut that. /configs /admin.vpn blah blah blah. We don't have the right permission. That means we will have to do some privilege escalation. So first of all, we can use find again, starting from the root directory, to find certain set UID binaries that run as root. Basically find some vulnerability to take advantage of. This command I'm doing, I learned from Gemini. Okay, I guess what I'm typing is wrong. Here's it. It's exactly what I typed. Oh, this slash semicolon, I'm not really sure why the slash is there. Right. So this is what we have. Now I remember that in the message bars, dbus day1 launch helper. Let me see if I have some okay, I don't have read permissions or write permissions. That's like I read but not write permissions. Okay. I remember in the glitch when I was completing it, we checked the Linux, the Debian listing, the version, and we realized that there are certain versions that are vulnerable to a certain what's the name? They are vulnerable to this dirty pipe, right? This dirty pipe exploit. So let me check the readme see. So far the vulnerability has been patched. Okay, now Linux versions newer than 5.8 are affected. Let's see which. Okay, 5.10. That means it's affected because 5.10 is newer than 5.8. All right, so and it's 5.10.102. So that means it's not patched here. So we can take advantage of that. And this is the exploit. So what we did was we copied this, went to paste it there, did some download. So basically, let me clear this. Actually, yes, let me clear it. And let me run this command again. Then let's open a new tab. Here, let me open Sublime as well. I'm going to copy the scripts and paste it here. Good. Nice. Now we are going to save this. in the home directory as exploits 2.c. Alright, so now let me ls here. Good, we have it. Now we're going to set up an HTTP server here, and then we will go back into the vulnerable machine and then download this exploit. So we're going to use Python http.server on port 1337. Alright, I need to know the IP address of this though, so let me see. Actually, let's clear the screen. Let me check the IP address and then let me run the server. Okay, good. So now we are going to use wget. Alright, we're going to wget it in the temp directory as well, because we might not have rights permissions in various directories. So we're going to do wget http / this IP address / exploits 2.c. Let me see if it'll work. It said 404 not found because I didn't specify the ports. I'm supposed to specify the ports, port 1337. Probably it's port 80443. Good, cannot write. So what do? Let's cd into temp and then let's run the command. Good, it downloaded. So now let's gcc exploit 2.c - output exploit 2. gcc doesn't exist. Wow, I should have thought of that before trying this. Interesting. I doubt I'll be allowed to install gcc. Hey, I'll not be allowed. Wow. Okay. Then that means I need to find another route. I need to find another route. So here we can also check for group IDs. Nothing. There are other things I can check. Let me see. Schedule tags or cron jobs. I think I did this thing yesterday. It said cron job -l, or was it cron tab? No cron tabs. Wow. Wow, no cron tabs. Okay, there are some cron tabs here. So basically this user, the name, and then the command to be executed, right? So basically what I'm trying to do is see if there's a file that runs here that I have permit, like I can write to, but there's no such thing. There's no such thing here. actually wait. What command is this? Okay. I don't think there's anything. What can we exploit? There should be a loophole somewhere. There should be something we can exploit. This Python 3. Mm. This is what we can exploit. So there's Python 3 running as root. So we can use Python 3, okay, to create a shell, right? So let me do this. Import OS and os.system, and we can have bash, okay, /bin/bash. Sorry. Let me set something -e or something, but let me just run this and see. I'm still Renault. Okay, I guess the -e thing is important. I think I know what has happened. It's weird.
No, 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 no. Python 3 should be running as root. You are glorious. No, your way. Okay, uh, so I have to check the Python 3.9 finally. Okay, that is Python 3.9. It doesn't have the set UID bit set. Oh, okay. Then how come I'm able to run it? It makes sense. Wow.
that command again where you maybe there's something there. No. I went back to the old. Okay. And the question mark comes right there. Okay, so now let me see if there's something in PTF problems that I can um, new group password. Executable permission over password. And I don't need to do. I don't want to do permission. Suspect this thing. Okay, so where is the explanation?
cannot write to it. That means I cannot even read it. Okay, I can read it. I can read it. What is it? Let me run it and see. It's the directory. This point. What's it? I think I can try it. I guess it's kind of the able to see. Maybe I can find something. Maybe I can find something for me. Or something. Maybe I first have here. Oh no, I don't know. Okay. It's CHFM. Doing escalation is not easy at all. That's my conclusion. Yeah, they taught me this thing. But I think I wasn't paying attention to capabilities. It sounded complex. Oh, is that why they asked me for get cap? Oh, that's what I'm supposed to be using. Get cap. So this is definitely the for something. So get cap dash r root. Okay. So let's run it. Get cap dash r. I know we are on the right track now. Hmm. Am I running the wrong command? Ah, yes. Eh, so how? Maybe it's not added to path. Maybe it's not added to path. Oh. So I'm going to add it to path. This is what export path equal. Okay. Path equal dollar path colon slash user slash sbin slash get cap. So now if I echo path, echo. Good. So now if I run get cap, forget it. Expanding. Okay, so let me just run it like this. Okay, so dash r roots, and then we'll pipe the errors. Good. Python 3.9 has the capability to set user ID. If you can set the user ID, then that means you can set my ID. Wait, before I go to this thing, I think I know what I can do. I can set my ID to 0. I set my user ID to 0. So I can do Python 3.9 and dash C Then I can say OS, import OS, then os.system. Then within system, I can say set user ID to 0. Or how do you even do it? Open the bash and then set the user ID 0. So slash user slash bin slash bash. I remember I did a command like that and then it told me to set UID to 0 and then I became root. Right. So I want to remember and use that. Yes, this was the command. os.set UID 0. Then os.system. Good, that's it. Ha! We are roots. We are in. Oh, capabilities. Nice. Get cap. I've stored it in my head now. So now that we are roots, we can finally look at what they asked us to do, the admin's IP address in the VPN. So I have to first know the path again. So I'll just do find slash that group. We know the group was 6 admins. And knowing the commands is so sweet. So now I can just cat configs slash admin dot blah blah blah. What did they ask us for? His IP address. And now start to see how important privilege escalation is. And we have successfully pawned Able. Congratulations. We are done. So now let's move to the next one. We need to finish fast. It's already 8:29. Kinovia. So let me close this. It's good we didn't have to open the write-up. That means we learned something. Or Gemini helped a lot. Gemini helped a lot, nudged us in the right direction by checking capabilities. Site title, I already answered that. Because I already started this. So that wasn't easy. All you have to do is open the link, open developer tools, and then you will see it.
Wow. Wow. Okay, I think it's better now. Okay, I think it's better now. Okay, I'm going to continue Kenovia in another stream. I think it's better now.